All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here. In this video, I want to talk about when is the coaching bubble going to burst? What's the future of online coaching, consulting, service providing industry? And I've been in the coaching industry for almost a decade now, if you really count it from the very beginning. And a lot of people say, oh, everybody's becoming a coach now. Everybody and their grandma is starting their own coaching business. So that's the first thing that I can tell you. Supply is going up like crazy. There's coaches for everything. Everybody wants to build their own coaching business. Why? It makes sense because it's an extremely low barrier of entry. It's extremely easy to make 10K a month with it, and it's extremely highly profitable. It's not like drop shipping where you have very low profit margins. I mean, we have clients that make up to 20, 30K with 100% profit margins because there's no costs other than their own time. So I get it that there's a lot of people who want to do it. On the other hand, though, and this is the good part that I also see, is that demand is going up like crazy. Now, if 2020 and the whole pandemic thing has taught us one thing, it's that, everything is going online, and not only is it technically easier to teach online, contrary to 5-6 years ago when I was with my very first business touring the world, there was no live streams, there was no Instagram live stream or Facebook groups and whatnot. I mean, Facebook groups were there, but not Facebook group live streams. So it's technically much easier now, but at the same time also, people are getting more and more accustomed to the idea of coaching or being coached online. I mean, if you think about it, how weird was it a couple of years ago? Yeah, you can bring it here, no worries. I'm just ranting in between, so no worries. Thanks a lot, man. How weird was it a couple of years ago to meet someone off the internet for a date? Oh, you better not wake up without your kidneys. Nowadays people all get married after having met on Tinder for the first time. So the whole public perception of having an online coach, even for things that are kind of hands-on, like fitness coaching or language learning, people are waking up more and more to the idea of doing that. So the demand has gone up like crazy, and it's still an absolutely booming and growing industry, especially in 2020 when a lot of the kind of brick and mortar businesses have gone down. Coaching and online consulting and online service providing have been thriving like crazy. Now, what is the future going to look like though? And here's the picture of doom and gloom, and that is that online coaches and consultants who half-ass it, they will go down. And there's a lot of talk about a financial crisis ensuing, and we thought it was starting in 2020. Now it's just kind of blowing up, and we see first kind of signs. I still think right now is online coaching in easy mode. It's very easy to make 10K, and you don't have to be fully committed to it. You don't have to be fully smart to it, and so on and so forth. But all these people who are half-assing now will eventually be taken over. Why? Because, the demand is going up, but also the supply is going up. How can you protect yourself if you're an online coach or an aspiring online coach or consultant? How can you protect yourself and stay extremely profitable and even grow? Well, there's two things you need to know: sales and marketing. It's that simple. Way back in the days, when you were like amongst the first people who were doing fitness coaching, you didn't need to be super good at marketing. You didn't need to be super good at sales. Nowadays, especially in the more common niches where there's coaches and everything, it's those folks who are going to be the best in marketing and sales who can continuously grow and grab more and more of that market share. It's not going to be the people who are the best at the coaching part, which is kind of sad, but don't hate the player, hate the game. It's the people who are best at sales and marketing. Ideally, of course, you're good at both sales, marketing, and the delivery of your expertise. But it's ultimately always those who are willing to spend money on ads once they're making 20K a month, who are willing to continuously grow, who are willing to grow with the market and not say, oh, it's always been like that. I'm unwilling to change. I'm unwilling to learn. This kind of like getting lazy and kind of resting on your laurels mindset is eventually going to doom you. And we say this a lot too in business. You know who else is going to lose? The people who are only literally relying on referrals. Because they say like, well, I'm getting my referrals, I'm making my 5, 6, 7K a month. Yeah, eventually they'll be taken down by people who are spending on money on ads later on, who are aggressively growing, because that market share is going to be grabbed by these people. So if you're not growing and expanding, you're actually pulling back, you're actually getting smaller, and eventually your business is going down the drain. Maybe you can last for another year or two, but ultimately if you want to build something legitimate that's long lasting for a lifetime, then you're going to have to invest in your business and invest in your growth. The other thing that I really can see is the difference between the very common niches and the very exotic niches is going to become more and more. What are very common niches? Well, fitness coaching, finding a dream partner coaching, dating coaching, health coaching, weight loss coaching, language coaching. These are very, very common niches. Everybody understands those. What you have to do in these is you have to, as you're growing, find more and more your kind of unique method, your unique way of teaching, and also your unique angle of marketing if you want to grow beyond the 10K a month and not want to be swallowed up by the competitors. We always say, look, you don't have to be special to get to your first 10, 20K a month, and that is true. But if you want to continuously grab more and more of that market share, you might want to start thinking about, okay, what makes me unique? How can I have a more unique marketing angle? You have to do that, otherwise you become just another one of these coaches, On the other hand, we see an emerging of a lot of exotic niches, like really exotic things. Like we have clients that do book writing coaching or stutter coaching or drum flow coaching. All of these, by the way, we have clients making 5 figures or multiple 5 figures a month with that. And these are quite exotic niches. And that's cool because a couple of years ago, you wouldn't be able to do that because people were just not perceptive enough of these things. Nowadays, you can absolutely, the light just getting a little darker, right? Light coaching. Nowadays, you can absolutely start growing with these very, very niche and exotic niches, so to speak. So that's going to be interesting. And it also could mean that if you are in a more general niche, that you might want to slowly start niching down now. So if you're in the fitness niche, maybe you only want to focus on weight loss or muscle gain. Or if you're in the dating niche, maybe you only want to focus on online dating, for example, or dating for a specific group of people. We have a client very successful in the dating for farmers niche. He literally only focuses on farmers and helping them find their dream partner. And that's quite interesting, so to speak. The other last thing, before we're going to get into the other last thing, if you haven't done so yet, go follow me on my Instagram account. We're posting a lot of very interesting things on there every single day. I'm very active on Instagram. I'm replying to DMs there sometimes. I'm doing live streams. I'm doing Instagram story Q&As. I strongly recommend you. We're going to show the Instagram somewhere here wherever it fits with the edit. Going to put a link down in the description as well. And the last point is very interesting. Sub-niches in the B2B sphere. You can really, really see more and more sub-niches emerge. Back in the days, 5, 6, 7 years ago, you would just be a marketing coach, online marketing, and that is it. Nowadays, there's people who are focusing only on email follow-up marketing. They say, okay, they don't even focus on ads or getting you more new clients. There's literally people who say, we're only going to focus on basically squeezing the most out of your existing email list. And that's a very interesting market to observe, and you can see this in any type of market, not only the online market, that with time, as the market grows, more and more sub niches emerge. And that's really interesting. So if you have any sort of B2B skills, go niche, become an expert in a subfield as opposed to just trying to go broad and just like appeal to everybody. That is my advice to you, and that is the future of online coaching, consulting, and service providing. Does that mean it's going to die? No. Does it mean that the bubble is going to burst? No. It's going to grow. Who is it going to burst for? For the people who are half-assing things. Who is it going to burst for as well? For the people who are not niched down enough. For the people who don't want to grow. For the people who rest on their laurels, and most importantly for the people who only rely on referrals. It is going to become a more competitive market for sure. Why? Because it's a growing market and there's more and more money to be made in that. More supply, more demand, but also more competitors. If you want to survive, focus on marketing and sales. Do it right. I know these terms can sometimes be a little scary for people, like, oh, I don't want to become a sleazy salesperson. Oh, this whole marketing thing is not my thing. I'm just going to focus on coaching. That's so great. That's amazing that you want to focus on coaching and the delivery of your service. But ultimately, if you don't know how to sell and get new clients, nobody's going to care about that. There's a lot of folks out there who literally only want to sell to you and then drop you like a hot potato. And if you don't want to be one of these, if you actually want to sell hard, make a lot of money, but also have happy clients that come from you again, then you got to learn sales and marketing on top of that. And a great way to do that is by booking a free consultation call with us. It's entirely for free. In that call, we'll look at your existing business or your business ideas. We'll look at your ideas. We can tell you exactly what is lucrative, what you can do, and what exact steps you need to take in order to crack your first 6 figures as an online coach, consultant, or service provider. So if you want to know how to become successful, if you want to know how to build a legitimate, long-lasting business from your skill, then this call is for you. Even if you're already making some money and you want to scale, you want to automate it more, this call is for you as well. So link is down in the description below. We'll just have a chat in the call. We'll have a look at your situation. No strings attached. It's entirely for free, so you cannot lose. We even have people who just jump on a call with us, get 1, 2, 3 epiphanies, triple their income literally within the next couple months from that free consultation call alone. So even if you don't want to become our client, I can definitely recommend you book that call with us. Like I said, link is down in the description below. I want to thank you very much for watching. I'm going to get my tomato soup and the veggies coming hopefully very, very soon. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you soon.
And I just closed the client for 1,000 euros for 12 weeks of coaching, which is career and purpose related. Before joining this program, I was an academic working a 9-to-5 job, and I've been thinking a couple of years of becoming a coach in personal development, but I haven't really progressed in that goal. After going this program, I feel I have a very good understanding what a business is, and now I feel I'm very engaged every day. I love what I'm doing, and I can see how I'm becoming like a better person day to day. Thanks.